We have chosen data brokers as our topic because it's a very big problem in the United States and also in the world scale. It's a it's a problem because a lot of people don't know that these companies or people have very long lists of information about them, and therefore can sell these information to potential firms who can target their advertisements to these persons on these lists.
Mike Say once got a letter with advertisements from a firm who sells office articles. The letter said Mike Say daughter killed in car crash and then the rest of his address. 9 months before he got this advertisement, his daughter was killed in a car crash actually, and somehow that information ended up on an advertisement sent personally to him. The firm who sent the advertisement had bought a list from a data broker, and somehow the data brokers knew about his daughter, and the information was on that list. Somehow the information accidentally came out in the address section. How did the data brokers knew about his daughter?
The data broker is a person or a company that collects lists of information about people. They collect information by many sources, but mainly by the internet. They make it easier for companies to target their advertisements to a specific group of people by selling them information at high prices. Data brokers collect information in two ways: by public and non-public sources. Non-public sources can be like classified information about you, like bank records and stuff like that they can get in a legal way. Public records is like social media or organization memberships and stuff like that. One of the main tools they use to collect information is cookies, which is used as a tracker on different websites, so they can see what you are looking for at different websites, and therefore can collect that information to sell to companies.
Now we know the data broker sells information, but how can you buy it, and what kind of information can you buy? You can buy basic things like names, address, emails, telephone numbers. That kind of information is pretty easy to get, and you can just go to a profile on Facebook and find out. You can also buy lists of more private information. For example, if you just got pregnant, the data brokers might know. There were once this lady who got a advertisement from this a baby store, because they knew about her pregnancy before she haven't even told her dad. So her family found out that way because she got this ad, and it was pretty obviously that she was pregnant. And somehow some data brokers found out that she was pregnant, and then this baby store had bought a list of pregnant women, um, and then so they could send this ad to her personally. They could also know other private information, like if someone in your family just died, just like Mike Say's daughter, and they also might know about your ethnic background. You can also buy more stunning information list of people who have a mentally disease, or you can also buy a list with rape sufferers, and that's stunning, because how do they know that you have been a sufferer of rape? What would firms use that information for? And that list was on sale back in 2013, and when it came up in the news, and data brokers quickly removed the list because he knew it was too much. These lists of information is on the internet, and you can go to these data brokers websites where they have these lists for sale. You tap the specific information, for example, male or female, and then you can choose under some different categories, for example, income and education, gender, ethnic background, or location and social activities, and then the website shows you how many persons are on that list with all that specific information you filled out, and then you get a price. So you can, for example, search for a pregnancy woman in New York, and they have to have the ethnic background. They have to come from, for example, Europe, and then they have to have the education a bachelor education, for example. And then you buy it, and then you can send all this advertisement out to these women or men you've searched for. We live in Denmark here, and Denmark is a small country, and it's far away from USA. But is these data brokers, are they on the Danish websites, and do they have information about us Danes? And yes, they do. The website called Exact Data have specific personal information about 359,000 Danes. That doesn't sound a lot up against how many Danes we are, but these personal informations can be like your interest and your education, your income, and other personally information, like what you like to do in your spare time and things like that. You can find these data brokers on Danish website. They come with these cookies, just as Nikolai told, and it's on these Danish websites, especially dating.dk and net.dk, because here you go, you search for diseases, and then the data brokers can see if you have these diseases. If you search for, so if you go search on side effects of pregnancy, they can pretty much see if you're pregnant, and then they will know that information, and then they can add you to that list of pregnant women. So yes, they are on these Danish websites.
As a conclusion on this topic, we can conclude that it's a fast-growing business, and it's becoming a more serious problem than first thought of. And we're not secure here in Denmark. It also become a big problem in Denmark because data brokers also have a lot of information about Danes. So it's a problem on world scale, and it's hard to solve the problem because the tools aren't here to prevent data brokers from collecting their information, because lots of it is on social media,